I couldn't really, okay, I couldn't really get a proper screenshot, so I just put all the different things together. But this is what our ocean literacy topic page looks like. And it's pretty new. So, I would not say that it's comprehensive yet, but we are working on it continuously. And what we try to do with this topic page is kind of be the one-stop shop for everything ocean literacy in the Baltic. So we collect what we think are relevant materials to read. We try to make a good overview of like prominent members of the community, but also which are the relevant projects ongoing, but also in the recent past. So I encourage you to take a look at this ocean literacy topic page. And at the bottom of that page, you will find a button as well. If you think something is missing, we would love to know and we will include it. Sorry. So what I wanted to do as kind of a quick introduction, we are talking today about engaging and empowering Baltic youth. So we as the Submariner Network, we always try to include also youth in the projects that we run, but also the projects that our members are involved in, for instance, or even just projects or events that people are organizing or institutions are organizing that we are not directly involved in, but that we think are very relevant for Baltic youth. So I made a snapshot overview of some institutions that do a lot with Baltic youth, as well as some upcoming events. So the first one is the BU Bio project, which is short for Young People Leading the Way to I can't read it now, a sustainable economy. And it's a project that promotes youth involvement across the Baltic Sea region with a specific focus on the bio-based economy. So they are actually organizing an event on the 9th of September online in the morning with a focus on a youth journey towards a sustainable economy. So I would highly encourage Baltic youth, but also people that are interested in including Baltic youth in their organizations to join this session. I will be there as well. Okay, the second event that I would like to pitch to you is organized by one of the Submariner Network members from the Klaipėda Science and Technology Park in Lithuania. And they are organizing what is called the Portathon 2021, so a hackathon focused on ports. The topics include digitalization and logistics, but also cybersecurity, automated port equipment, and I think a few more actually. The prize pool is 4,000 euros, which I think is pretty decent. And it's taking place from the 24th until the 26th of September of this year. It will be in a hybrid format. So this could also be a very interesting thing for Baltic youth to learn more about what's going on in the Baltic in terms of ports. This is, yeah. Okay, and then this is kind of funny because it's an event that's taking place tomorrow. So it's maybe a little bit late, but here we are. The Council of the Baltic Sea States, the CBSS, is organizing each year the Baltic Sea Parliamentary Youth Forum, together with some other organizations such as Swedish delegation and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And this youth forum is taking place tomorrow, as I just mentioned. So the call to join has ended, but I think they are organizing it each year. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. It's focused on people between 16 and 30 years old with an interest in the ocean. And they have actually a lot of material on their website as well, such as I put it here, the youth vision statement beyond 2030 and the youth dialogue that they organize. Then a very similar named organization, but a little different. It's the Baltic Sea States Sub-Regional Cooperation, or the BSSC. And they work a lot on youth as well. They are one of the co-organizers of the event tomorrow. And they have a working group on youth policy. And I put in here quickly the coordinator as well as the board members. I think it's open for new people to join if they would like to become a member of this working group as well. So I thought that was also an interesting opportunity for youth in the Baltic. Then there's Regeneration 2030. I think also, again, we are in August, so I'm not totally sure if it's taking place now or in the coming few days, or perhaps it's already been. But it's they organize summits for youth each year on the Åland Islands, and they do a lot of things for Baltic youth. You can join them as a member of a working group. You can apply to start the board. You can be a national representative. Yeah. And then I think this is the last slide, just to mention there's also Euro region Baltics, and they have a youth board as well. And on their website, they actually list all the current members of this board. So I think, yeah, that was my last slide. I'll stop sharing now, but I just wanted to give you a very quick overview of all the things that are available to join as a Baltic youth person coming up. Is there anything I've missed so far? Something that like pops up in your mind and you think I should have mentioned that? No, I won't take it personal. Okay, perhaps it would be nice, because we're only a few people, if we could just do a very quick round to see who we are and what we do. Would that be okay? Okay, maybe I'll start with Mel.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you for being here today. I recognize some people from yesterday's session as well. And I'm very happy to be here today, and I will be talking a little bit more about the EU4Ocean Forum. So I'm actually facilitator of the EU4Ocean Forum, and I will explain it a little bit later. So yeah, nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thanks, Mel. Timon, a few words perhaps?
Sure. Morning, everyone. I'm Timon Zieliński from the Institute of Oceanology, Polish Academy of Sciences in Sopot. I lead a group of both researchers and educators of the climate and ocean. That's why I'm also, partially, that's why I'm the leader of the climate and ocean working group for the EU4Ocean coalition. So we decided at a certain point in our institute that research is very important, and it's the core of the development. But also, if we do not communicate it properly, and if we do not share our experience in a proper way with society, then we'll stick to our numbers and research only. So that's why I'm slowly, or even faster now, moving into this path of communicating and educating, realizing that this is very important. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I share my experience, and I'm open to new challenges and ideas, because we're at the beginning of the trip, as a matter of fact. So that's me.
Great, Timon. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Alexander. Alexander?
Yeah, I need to present me, yeah, right? I'm Alexander from Friends of the Baltic. It's a Russian environmental NGO, and so today I'm telling you about our youth projects and youth programs in our organization.
Super. Looking forward. I give the floor to Ida.
Hi, yeah, I'm a new young ocean advocate now when I'm starting, so also getting to know more what is happening around. And I've studied, like I just graduated basically from Campus Scotland, so it's the island in the Baltic Sea. So I've been studying there the sustainable destination development, and actually gonna be working as a workshop coordinator for the students in the autumn. So I'm really looking forward new inspiration and ideas what could be there. So yeah, looking forward.
Great. I hope you get a lot of inspiration today.
Yeah, perfect.
Ivona. Ivona?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm Ivona Jean. I lead European project for Nausicaa, which is an aquarium in the north of France on the coast of the English Channel. But I have a special bond with the Baltic Sea by birth. where I used to spend all my vacations as a child on the Polish coast of the Baltic Sea. So I'm very close to the Baltic by continent. Thank you.
Yep, very nice. Guillaume.
I'm sorry, poor you, Ivona. All the vacations on the
Yeah.
Baltic coast. Wow.
Most.
That's
Let's
a
say
challenge.
most.
That's a challenge to enjoy it.
Well, actually, it was nice at that time because I have a nice souvenirs of like walking on the beaches, sunbathing in the very cold water, and trying to spot the amber chips in this.
That's what I'm saying. It's a challenge.
Perhaps Guillaume.
Yes, thank you. So hello everyone, I'm Guillaume from World Ocean Network. I am one of the facilitators of the EU4Ocean Forum, and I'm working mainly on the EU4Ocean Forum right now. And I will talk about you a little bit later about the implication of the youth on the COP26 time.
Thank you very much. I would like to give the word to Anne Brouwer, if she is there.
Yes,
Super.
I can also try to share my video. Oh, that looks crappy. So the connection is a bit weak. That's why I mostly switched off.
You need to come out from the bushes. Maybe that will be better.
That's a seagrass. Beautiful plants. I am a new young ocean advocate, and I'm a PhD student in Germany and working on seagrass microbiomes and how to use them for restoration of seagrass meadows.
Super interesting. Thank you very much for joining. I would like to give the word to Patricia.
Hi, thank you. I'm really pleased to be here today with you all. And yeah, I can also agree with Ivona actually, because I was born by the Baltic Sea on the north of Poland. And then I ended up living on the island of Gotland, where I met Ida. And then that's how we met through the program, the master program. And that she pitched yesterday the project for as a young ocean advocate. So I'm part of the ACA Lab team, and yes, and now I'm in Helsinki, and I do also further studies in global sustainability and environmental change. And yeah, very pleased to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Anna from Action.
Yeah, hi. So I'm Anna. I'm working for Action as part of the EU4Ocean team. And as I'm still also in the age range of youth, I'm very interested in what's going on. And as now I forgot who said it, I want also to get ideas and inspirations for other activities.
Super. Thanks very much. Then last but certainly not least, my colleague Eftalia.
Good morning, everyone. Still, at least from Copenhagen. Thank you very much, Lisa. I am also program manager of the Submariner Network, working for the last 4 years. Together with you, I will have a presentation later on about career opportunities and talents. So we'll talk about some of the projects we have, entrepreneurship, fostering entrepreneurship to you all, and also career opportunities within the blue economy. And this is both for direct people that would be like to use this information, but also mediators that you are in contact with the youth. So this is for me. Thank you very much. See you later.
Thanks very much, Eftalia. I think we're somehow already running out of time, but I think it's nice that we have a very quick introduction of who's all in the room with us. So without further ado, I think I would give the floor to Maëlle to present a little bit more about the EU4Ocean Forum.
Thank you very much. I'm just sharing my screen. I just need 1 minute. And I think you should see my screen now.
Yes.
So yeah, the EU4Ocean Forum, as I said in a general session, So it's a forum for all young European changemaker passionate about the oceans. So there are 3 facilitators for this forum. So Nausicaa, World Ocean Network, from which Guillaume, who just talked a little bit before, is part of, and Action Environment as well. So the goal is to shape a future with a healthy ocean to sustain us all. So what we provide for the youth, for our members of our community, is opportunities to speak up for their generations, share their ideas, present their projects, and connect with like-minded young people and experts all over Europe. We offer as well possibility to submit a project and obtain accreditation of European Young Ocean Advocates. So we have today 3 young ocean advocates that we have with us today. So they just registered their project and got approved by the DG Mare. So congratulations to you all. So this accreditation is actually giving some benefits, such as a coaching and mentoring service and resources to develop your project. So what's better than a video made from our members to understand better what is the forum? So I have here a video. Oh, sorry. No, he doesn't want to. So yeah. I don't know what I did. Sorry.
Is it opening in a browser for you?
I don't know. I have to do it again. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
We created this video to tell you more about the EU4Ocean Forum. And who can do this better than some of the founding members themselves?
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Garcia. I'm a French student in environmental science, and what brought me here today is just a deep connection to the ocean and all for a marine creature that has been changed to either work with or just for during my life. The EU4Ocean Forum is a group of 40 young people from all over Europe brought together as a component of the EU4Ocean coalition in order to work together, share ideas, promote ocean literacy, and encourage any ocean conservation activity in our communities and beyond. We all come from different countries and different fields, but we all have in common that we feel deeply concerned about the current and future state of our ocean.
Hello everyone, my name is Lil Rodes. I'm from Barcelona, but I'm addressing you from Bremen in northern Germany, where I'm currently finishing my master's in polar and marine science. That's why, as part of the EU4Ocean, I'm focused on the Arctic Sea basin. The EU4Ocean Forum is currently working on various projects, such as implementing the sea basin events in our local communities or contributing to the Blue Economy Roadmap. Moreover, today I'm happy to announce that as part of one of our very first actions, we launched the first call to become a Young Ocean Advocate, an exceptional opportunity for young people with a project or an idea in mind relevant to ocean literacy. When selected, the projects will be featured in the EU4Ocean Coalition and will receive help and mentorship from different experts. So, if you're eager to make a change for the ocean, don't wait any longer and present your application to become the next Young Ocean Advocate.
By empowering and promoting the youth of our communities, our forum aims at being a link between young people and European institutions, with hope to, in the end, contribute to influence decision-making at a global scale and help creating the blue economy of tomorrow.
We want to expand beyond European borders. We want to work with you and promote ocean communication by actions in cooperation with other youth groups, such as the All Atlantic Youth Ambassadors and the Global Youth Biodiversity Network, for example. Still online, but soon again we'll be in practice. Because only together we are strong when we share the joy, the wonders, and the responsibility to mitigate our impact on the ocean.
Do you want to know more? Join us.
Check out our website and follow the hashtag Youth4Ocean.
So that was the video. I think it tells everything we need to know about the Youth4Ocean. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Can you still hear me? I don't know where. Well, I guess I am. So the Youth4Ocean Forum, who we are, so 188 members from the Europe, so all over Europe, founding members, regular members, and young ocean advocates. It's people from 16 to 30 years old. And we have one honorary member, which is Vilnius Sinkevicius, the EU Commissioner for Environment, Ocean and Fisheries. And as for today, we have 34 projects from young ocean advocates, which makes 83 young ocean advocates all over Europe. So what are the benefits for young ocean advocates? Coaching and mentoring, as we said, media coverage. So we're going to share all their pitch videos and all about the new young ocean advocates on our social medias and also on the Maritime Forum. And of course, participation to ocean-related high-level events throughout Europe. And networking with all the other members of the Youth4Ocean Forum community, but also from the expert platform that you have in the EU4Ocean Coalition. Yesterday we had during the session yesterday we had a pitch contest for young ocean advocates from the Baltic, and the winner was Pobangam. So I invite you to discover their project as well as all the other participants to this pitch contest, inspiring ideas about ocean literacy in Lithuania for this project Pobangam. And it's a congratulations to Laura and Gabrielle and Rimante, who won the public prize and also the jury prize. Here you have some of the conferences and events that some of our members contributed and spoke on. So we had members at the Sustainable Ocean Alliance, also at the Geneva Forum, and during the Ocean Week, the EU4Ocean First Workshop, for example. We had also someone speaking at the European Aquaculture Society, the Aquarium of Friends Conference, and so much more. The activities that our members are working on, so creating content on social media, for example, there was a communication campaign on Instagram on making a sustainable Christmas. They write articles that we put then on the Maritime Forum, and organize a survey on how young people see the ocean, and participated in the EU consultation in the Blue Economy Roadmap. So the next steps, of course, we are not stopping there. So participate to all activities from the EU4Ocean Coalition from the 5 sea basins, so which is happening today for the Baltic and in a month in the Mediterranean Sea Basin. Implement concrete education on ocean literacy activities, launch calls to get more people from all over Europe that want to be a member of the community, or if they have an ocean project, a young ocean advocates. Continue the coaching and mentoring, and carry out speaking at different venues such as Interact, the ECMARE conference, and the COP26 that Guillaume will talk a little bit more about it later. And to finish, I put there a pledge of Olivia Garcia, who is one of our forum members, and she pledged for the campaign, the Make EU Blue campaign, and I invite you to all participate to this campaign and put your pledge also to have your voice heard all over Europe and inspire others. So thank you very much, and I leave the floor to Lisa.
Thanks very much, Mel. I think that was very inspiring. I think we're all perhaps beginning to understand the Youth4Ocean Forum a little bit better, as well as then the ocean advocates, because I think sometimes it can still be a bit confusing. But I think we have 3 ocean advocates with us now, correct? Yeah, okay, that's very exciting. Is there anything perhaps Ida, Anna, or Patricia you would like to add to Miles' presentation? What's it like to be an ocean advocate? What do you gain, or what are you hoping to gain?
What I can say, like for now, I mean, it's still like so new everything. So it's like, of course, learning at the moment what is happening actually around. But for sure, like some like materials like to get like especially, I mean, I would love to get some like to keep example workshop about this. I would love to do that. So I would like, if there's, I don't know who to contact or how does it work, if wanted to keep something, that would be really be nice example. I mean, just one idea that came to my mind now, because I'm sure I could like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of interesting people interested in the Campus Scotland, especially because there's a lot of sustainability students in the university. I'm pretty sure there would be people interested. So I would love to keep something like that to engage more people. So
Okay.
that would be
Don't
something.
hesitate to contact me, and you have my email. So and we'll keep the discussion on for that. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
I have a question to Maël, actually. Just out of personal interest, is there a network of the Baltic Young Ocean Advocates together, or will that be formed later, or is it just all the ocean advocates of Europe together?
So right now it's a more general network. So it's everyone together, and when we do meetings, it's everyone. But it has been given as an idea as well from our members that they want to do local groups as well.
Yeah.
This is something we want to work on for the next year.
Okay.
So we have a Baltic youth group for inside the community.
Good, good. I think that would be a really great idea also because, you know, as the years go on, eventually you won't be a young ocean advocate anymore. You will be a ocean professional advocate. So it's good to start our networks very early. Are there any questions from you guys about the Youth4Ocean platform? And did you wish perhaps that you in your youth had the chance to become an ocean advocate? Timon.
Yes, I will have a question to the advocates because Lisa, you asked what would you expect to gain, and my question would be based on I think it was around the war the American saying like, do not think what you get, but what you can do for America.
Your country.
what do you expect that you can do for the ocean, for the Baltic? Because gaining is very important, and I'm not sarcastic about it or anything else, but at the same time, being an ambassador is also a challenge and sort of an obligation to do stuff. And it's not like, you know, I expect from you to have the full plan, but maybe some ideas and perhaps how we can more effectively support your ideas. That would be interesting to hear. Yeah? So it's not an aggression on my side, but curiosity rather.
Would any of the youth advocates like to answer now or take some time to think about it, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, it's just raising an issue. Yeah, I mean, also encouraging you to contact us. Maybe we can discuss some ideas. We have projects going on. We are preparing different projects, so it will be very interesting to hear your perspective and get you involved. So I would encourage you to actively search through the EU4Ocean resources and just choose what's the best, yeah, for you for your ideas.
If I may intervene right here, so you can discover all the projects that were registered by Young Ocean Advocates on the Maritime Forum, and also on a YouTube channel that I'm going to put in the chat right after. So you can discover, not all of them did the pitch video, but we have quite a few of them, and the new ones will be added next week, I think. So you can discover all that, and we're trying to actually create a forum to get the needs of all young ocean advocates. And depending on those needs, try to find some platform members from the expert platform that could be helpful for them as well, so they exchange between each others.
So you put them directly in contact with each other.
That would be the idea.
Oh, okay, great. That's super. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much. But just one more thing. I'm sorry, Ida.
No, go for it.
To say. Just do not hesitate to contact people directly as well. Yeah. Just.
I think it would be interesting to hear example when you talk for people and they example want to gain some kind of skills or some kind of tools or like what they can do actually for it. And that would be like interesting to know, because I think it's really often people are like lacking of knowing how to improve, like how to example get the ocean cleaner, what kind of like acts can be done, or what can they put forward for the next people, you know. And I think that would be something, especially within the university students, at least for sure, it's like something that they want to get to know more of tools or whatever is there out that can be done. And I think especially in that field would be a big interest, at least from what I know. I don't know, is there anything for that, but yeah, some ideas.
Lyle, do you have something to add? Otherwise,
No, I think, yeah, there's a lot of work ahead with what Timon and Ida said, and how we can connect all the young with all the experts, and what do the experts can offer, what do the young can offer, and see a common ground between the two of the two different platforms, I would say, or communities. So yeah, a lot of work for next month, but that's really interesting.
Great, thank you so much. I think it would be perhaps smart if we change the order a little bit so that at least all the speakers will get a chance to intervene for a little bit. So I'm just looking at my agenda. I think for this session, which we deemed inspiring Baltic youth and mobilizing Baltic youth for the future, we have asked a couple of you to prepare 5 to 10 minutes intervention with kind of examples and inspiration for Baltic youth, and how, vice versa, how Baltic institutions or Baltic ocean professionals can engage Baltic youth. So perhaps I would like to start with Ivona, if that's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Okay.
So I will try to share my screen now. Okay. Can you see my presentation screen now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I will. Well, I will try not to repeat what Mal has just explained to you, and I have just analyzed a little bit what has been done in the framework of the EU4Ocean Forum, and what we are still planning to do from the perspective of the Baltic youth, and how this can be useful for the Baltic youth, and what kind of synergy, what kind of activities have already been done in the Baltic and can still be carried on. So in terms of inspiring and mobilizing the youth in general, in the framework of the EU4Ocean Forum, we have put in place a few mechanisms trying to encourage the youth empowerment and mobilization and engagement. Not only the ones who are already converted to the ocean case, to the ocean cause, but also the ones who not believe yet so much. So first of all, we have created a space for expression, which is, we hope, a trustful space, because this is the Maritime Forum website, which is the official website of the European Commission, of the DG Mare. And on this website, there is a special section for the EU4Ocean Forum, a special community. And actually, it's quite, everyone can join and everyone can publish articles about their activity. So the Baltic young people who are in the Baltic can do this as well. So you can publish articles about your activity, about the problems of the Baltic that you care about, and also you can also publish comments under the articles of other people and participated in this online forum. It's easy, you just have to register and that's it. So this is one of these mechanisms. There's of course also a lot of goings on social media. There's a group on Facebook, a private group where young people can exchange and share the information about the activities they are doing. We are also planning to put in place an agenda of the events that that are happening all over the Europe in 5 sea basins, because we have young people in the Baltic Sea Basin, but also in the Atlantic and North Sea, in Mediterranean Sea Basin, in the Arctic Sea Basin, and in the Black Sea. So another opportunity are different events, consultations, and publications. Well, actually, we would like to create also the opportunities for young people to express themselves by negotiating with our internal partners of the EU4Ocean Forum, but also EU4Ocean Forum and EU4Ocean Coalition, but also external organizations to give a place at the table or to give a slot for a presentation at different high-level policy events, but also stakeholder or professional conferences, workshops, and other events that Smile has already showed you the list. And we are still planning for the months to come. We are planning to youth attendance participation at the climate conference in Glasgow. And Guillaume will tell you more about it, about different opportunities that we are now negotiating to open for the youth. So it would be really nice also that the young people from the Baltic participate and give the perspective of the Baltic in this conference. And there will be also a publication, we'll be also working publication when there is a special section on youth empowerment. So again, we would love your participation as well. And of course, there will be next year, in the first half of the 2022, there will be an EU4Ocean Summit with the event dedicated to the youth, which we would really like to give the youth the opportunity to organize the event themselves and mobilize still more youth. There is also our Young Ocean members of the EU4Ocean Forum are also working on a survey about the youth expectations, concerns, and demands towards different policies in Europe. So these are some of the examples and other professional conferences that we are planning, that we have already managed to obtain a place for the youth representatives, are the European Aquaculture Society annual meeting, which is a European, or it's, well, actually it's a worldwide meeting. This year it's in Madeira, in Portugal. There's the ICMAR conference, and Interact. So there are different kinds of opportunities, and it depends who participates depends on your availability, but also on the topic of the event and publication or or activity. And still another possibility is that, as it was already explained, we promote and showcase different youth ideas, initiatives, and projects. And I was trying to find some examples from the Baltic, and actually I found one. 2021 is the European capital of the European Youth Capital. It is the European Youth Capital is the title that is given by the European Youth Forum to a European city. Every year it's a different city. So this year is Klaipėda, and the activity started actually at the beginning of the 2021. And our partner, the Lithuanian Sea Aquarium, have prepared many activities related to the ocean, because, well, the European Youth Capital promotes the activities not only dedicated to the ocean, but all kinds of youth initiatives and activity to give young people the voice and express the ideas about the development of the local city and communities. So in terms of the marine dimension to these events, our partners, they have developed many actions towards the youth. They have opened an exhibition which was like a time capsule, which is called 14 cube meters of the Baltic Sea in 2050, dystopia or reality, which is about the plastic pollution of the Baltic. They have also put in place many discussion forums for the young people. And there was an eco challenge, imagine yourself as the ocean. There were educational events in situ and ex situ. So many events. So the 2021 is not finished yet. And so if there are still you organizing activities, just let us know. We can also promote them on the European Maritime Forum, or if you're still willing to organize some, that would be great as well. And of course, we also have the Young Ocean Advocate Program. So we have, so far we have 34 projects and 83 young ocean advocates. To give you a little idea, in general, the EU4Ocean Forum has 188 members so far. So there is a pie chart that shows the distribution, the geographical distribution of the members of the EU4Ocean Forum. As you can see, the biggest part, the most come from the Atlantic and North Sea, which can be explained by the fact that we already had the Atlantic and North Sea event, which helped us to mobilize many young ocean ambassadors and members of the forum. And so we hope we will have also more young ocean people, young ocean passionate people who would join the forum after the Baltic Sea event. So far, we have accredited 9 projects of young ocean advocates. The ones with the asterisks are the ones that were presented yesterday. And these projects are from different domains. They can be conservation projects. They can be also business and entrepreneurship projects to promote blue economy and blue growth. They can be research and responsible research and innovation projects. They can be community engagement projects. They can be also the artistic and cultural projects involving performing arts, literature, or visual arts, or it can be a combination of all of them or 2 of them, and of course the educational projects. So And in different domains, different themes, the three leading themes of the EU4Ocean forums are food from the ocean, ocean and climate, and healthy and sustainable ocean. But we are also open to new topics related to the sea and the oceans as well. So far, we're still waiting for young people coming from from Estonia, Sweden, and Denmark, and we really hope that we will be able to have them in the forum as well. And also, if you know more young people in your countries who are passionate about the ocean, with a project or without, just tell them about us or tell us about them, and so that they could join the forum as well. And we also assist young people in developing joint action. And these joint actions can be actions developed by the EU4Ocean Forum entirely, or by certain groups within the EU4Ocean Forum. So to answer your question about different kind of activities, young people can organize themselves within the forum either by sea basin or by like transversal topics, because, well, for example, we had a campaign about MC Grass Awareness Month, so there were not only people from the Baltic who participated in this campaign, but also people from other regions. There is also a campaign. There was also a campaign with sea cleaners about Make Waves, which was also a trans-European campaign. And of course, we have our flagship campaign of the EU4Ocean, which is Make EU Blue campaign. And as you can see, we had this campaign is organized with the experts and the EU4Ocean platform and Blue Schools. And we actually have some young people who committed themselves, who made a pledge for the ocean. And they are members of the EU4Ocean Forum, and we had also the commissioner Virginia Sienkiewicz, who became last year the honorary envoy of the EU4Ocean Forum. He's from Lithuania, I think, and at that time he really was within the age limit of the forum, which is 1635. So at that time he was still under 35 years of age. So he was also the young. He was young envoy, honorary envoy, and ambassador of the EU4Ocean Forum. So, and finally, we also have a mechanism that enables young people to upskill to upgrade their skills and their knowledge. For this, we have developed we are developing a mentorship and coaching services. So we have put in place a series of webinars, Meet a Blue Expert, where we first identify the needs that young ocean advocates and young people may have to further develop their project or to roll out their projects. And according to the needs, then we try to find an expert who would answer the questions and discuss with them during a live webinar. So these webinars are exclusively available to members of the EU4Ocean Forum and young ocean advocates. They are recorded and after that published on the Maritime Forum, and then they are open to everyone. But the live interaction with the experts is reserved to members of the EU4Ocean Forum and young ocean advocates. So far we have had four webinars. So the first one was about how to organize a digital event, and how to improve the outreach on social media. And the expert was Sophia Bolton from Incredible.Ocean in the United Kingdom. Then we had a webinar with Catherine Chabot, who is the European member, who is the member of the European Parliament and vice president of the CEARICA interparliamentary group. And she actually proposed to young people to organize the youth outreach event in the European Parliament next year. Then we have had a meeting with Pierre-Maël Desfontaines from EcoC. EcoC is an organization that helps to develop a crowdfunding scheme for projects, for ocean projects. And the last one was with Serge Segura, who is the French ambassador from the ocean at the United Nations. And he specializes in the subject of biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction negotiations. And now, because the Conference of the Parties of the United Nations Convention on Climate Change is coming and is very close, we are planning to organize an event, a webinar with an expert who would explain how the COPs work, what are the stakes, so that the attendance of the representatives of the Young EU4Ocean Forum could be well prepared. But this is only one of the possibilities in this program. We also connect to young people, to experts on a one-to-one basis to develop their projects. And we have also started to catalog different tools and mechanisms that already exist that can help young people to upgrade their skills. For example, we have started also to work with the Blue Generation Project, which is a member of the EU4Ocean platform, and they provide the information about the marine careers and internships in Europe. We also work with the young professionals, young marine professionals, and we have also started to catalog the different entrepreneurship tools that are already existing. For example, Submariner, you have an accelerator for marine projects. There is also Sustainable Ocean Alliance. They also have an accelerator when they provide grants. So this work is in progress, and we hoping to publish then the catalog on the Maritime Forum as well. So I will stop here and thank you for your attention. And I would like to finish my my presentation with a question to you, to all of you, to young ocean advocates, but also to all young people under 35 who are present here right now. Because yesterday we heard a few words that the expert had for young people. They were talking about, they were encouraging you to be encouraged, to innovating, to be innovative, or to be daring. But I would like to ask you a question. What would you young people tell us, our generation? What are your words for us? What would you tell us to do or not to do, so that our dialogue, intergenerational dialogue, goes on and becomes successful and towards good decisions? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ivona. I think that was a great overview. I think we can open the room. Perhaps you asked a question to the youth in the room. Perhaps first from my side, I didn't realize it was until 35. I thought it was until 30. I am 32, so I'm thrilled to hear that I'm still regarded as a youth person. Perhaps Ida or Patricia or Anne or Timon, of course.
Just a short comment. Ivona asking us about what we can do may be dangerous because the state of the ocean and the climate change is to a great extent our fault. So maybe they will tell us to do nothing anymore.
I guess that's always a risk. Should we try, Ida, Patricia, or Anne?
Well, yeah, okay, I can start. I was wondering that I think like what I've seen now, I think it's like clear actions are really wanted and like to actually see things happening, because I think that have been a lot, like there's a lot of discussions of different things and so on, but I think it's like the clear actions is for sure something that is what I have at least with talking with different people. That's what comes to my mind. Like clear actions work better, not to, of course, what you said, like not to do anything, but like to actually do something to make things better, basically. I think that will be something for sure.
I see in the chat that Anne agrees. Very good. Perhaps Patricia. Are you frozen?
I see so many amazing. Maybe because my internet is not very great. I hope you can hear me though. What I can see, I find so many amazing projects out there and so many young people that actually really want to do something. I really feel that they need support, because if they, and that's why I find this forum absolutely amazing, because you feel empowered by being part of a community and having the support of the older generations. And if that collides, then we can make, there need to be this dialogue. I hope that this forum, as you're looking to develop it, will be this place to be able to create something and make this action happen.
Wonderful. Great to hear that you are so excited.
Thank you.
Super. It's why I guess we do it. I would like to give the floor to Alexander now from Friends of the Baltic to give a short intervention from your side. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So inspiring session. Okay, I have 5 minutes, right? Okay, I ask you to repeat me or stop me because I aware it can take more time. So don't hesitate to stop me. Okay, 1 second. I'm sharing my presentation. Okay. I'd like to tell you about our organization and our action for Baltic and for our common future. I'm Alexander Isipionik from Friends of the Baltic. It's an organization based on St. Petersburg, and we worked on St. Petersburg and Leningrad region. A couple words about us. We exist for since 1996, so we are 25 old this year, and it's the same age as some of us in this organization. Yeah, because we are. Okay, our areas, it's climate, water, energy, marine litter, and microbiota. We are members of Coalition of Clean Baltic, and we work with partners in many of EU countries, for example, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Latvia, Germany, and etc. Okay, what we do? We had a big network of River Watch, public River Watch research, and it consists of teams of teachers, students, and volunteers. So we are public River Watch. We developed civil science, and we had a public map where we add points with data of consistency of water and measured parameters of water bodies, and we had now more than 100 points on this map, which added more than 30 volunteers and volunteer teams, and we measured different parameters, for example, nitrogens, phosphates, pH, dissolved oxygen, total hardness, mineralization, etc. Every spring, we provide a river festival on different small rivers of Gulf of Finland basin in our region. So we invite different teams of teachers with students from all over the Leningrad region and St. Petersburg, and we had from 70 to 100 participants every year. And we had different outdoor games, samplings from water bodies and trainings in river watch technicus. And we provide educational game on the station. Station can be different, for example, hydrobiology, gyrochemistry, aquatic plants, freshwater fish from Baltic Sea all over, and plastic pollution, etc. We had a good tradition with a river belt. It's a big belt from different pieces of from different teams from different schools, and we are warden of active participants of the River Wash program. Okay. Every autumn we had a YORS conference that named Eco Monitoring of Rivers and the Coast of Gulf of Finland and the State of the Environment. We had 60 participants, and it's offline event, but of course in 2020 we had online event, and in this year I think too. So you can see some photos from this event, and at this conference we see YORS environmental research under guidance of teachers. Господи, sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, and as a result, we had a publication of collection of YORS research papers. We had students from all over the Leningrad region and St. Petersburg, so it's a good event that developed civil science too. Okay, and we had not only water actions, we had different YORS actions for climate. For example, we and our partners has developed and published 4 practical guides on various educational climate formats. There are climate messengers. It's a manual that will help the messengers to conduct lectures and classes for students and more adult listeners. Second is the school's climate plan. It includes recommendations for informing about climate change, basic information about climate plans, and recommendations for creating and implementing of school climate plan. I'm tried to translate it on English. We had this a play of words with climate change. So in English, I think it would be diplomacy. It's a role-playing game inspired by UN climate change negotiations. And the last one is a guide to the organization of a climate school event. Okay. Oh, that's all. Thank you for your attention. You see my contacts and contacts of our organization. We are open for different types of partnerships. So please don't hesitate to write us and to invite us on different events. Thank you very much, and I'm glad to answer on your questions.
Thank you very much, Alexander. I think it was a great presentation. I took some screenshots actually, so I will be in touch with you. I think what you're doing with your organization is very interesting and it seems very fun and innovative. Innovative? No, innovative. We have decided with the other organizers that we are going until 12 o'clock instead of 11:45, which I think is probably a good idea. We have a couple of more presentations to go, but I thought it would be nice if maybe we can take 5 minutes to have a discussion among each other, because we had thought, you know, of a couple of questions. And of course, the title of our session is how do we engage and empower Baltic youth? So we should think of some answers to that. Perhaps I will start from a little bit a negative question, because now, you know, we're only looking at all these great initiatives and these opportunities for Baltic youth to join. Perhaps, but at the same time, I mean, we are here in this workshop with 12 people. So from my experience, speaking honestly, it is sometimes a little bit difficult perhaps to engage Baltic youth and to, you know, they are often going to school or they're busy with other things. So perhaps we can talk about your experiences. What are kind of the challenges in that? I see a lot of nodding, which is good. So it's not just me. Perhaps, yeah, we can start with Alexander or Timon. Timon, sure.
Alexander, I can be next.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Alexander.
Sorry, I need to do what?
If you could kind of answer the question.
Okay. All my answers are included in my presentation. So it's, of course, it's a big work and it's a big issue, but we can do it together and develop different types of different inspiring types of activities. For example, some schools or some goodness or etc. And we, for example, we had events that include again games and education, and we can mix it. As a result, we can engage youth to environmental issues. I think so.
Good point. Mixing events with education as a way to engage the youth. Very good. Timon.
Yes, our experience is such that we don't have marine education in schools per se at all. So our approach when we have our project Ocean of Changes, it's a number of workshops, conferences for young people, young scientists, children. We approach the ocean from the perspective of sustainable development. And therefore, we attract teachers from different subjects, because we have basically very little in the school program about the sea or the ocean itself. But then when we approach it as from the point of view of SDGs, then we have history teachers that come, because there are certain aspects that we can combine with the ocean. There are teachers of biology, geography, and all other subjects, because they can all relate part of their school program to what we are doing. Plus, it's attractive because they come to a nice place in Sopot and stuff. But in order to attract these people, we do not limit ourselves to stating that we're talking about the biodiversity of the Baltic. No, biodiversity of the Baltic is taken from a much wider perspective, in a sense, like, biodiversity, what does it mean for the society? For example, we are declining our cod stocks. So it's an element of biodiversity, but we discuss it from the perspective of, and then what? Should we still eat cod from the local fish market, or should we go for the MSC cod from the Atlantic Ocean, and so forth? So that opens us much wider spectrum of teachers and students who can be interested in our workshops. And the title "Ocean of Changes" means that, you know, the ocean changes, but we have global change times, so it's an ocean of changes of every aspect. But SDG 14 and SDG 13 are in the core of our educational and communication issues with the much wider perspective. Yeah? So that's our approach.
Okay, that sounds very good. I'm noting it down as a tip. Perhaps I can make a bridge here to my next question, because you talked about, you know, perhaps biodiversity in itself is not the most engaging, but if you put it wider, I think that's a very smart move. And of course, the ocean is changing, but we also have to change. Okay, so my next question was, which areas or topics are and will be important for youth engagement in the Baltic in the future? So should we focus indeed on biodiversity, or should we focus on climate or food or more jobs, or what do you think that the target focus should be, or should it be everything? It's also possible. Perhaps we open the floor, yeah, to Maëlle.
Yes, I just want to add something about that. Is it's hard to pick one of the above answers, climate or food or such and such. But I think what it's great to see is that we both come from different backgrounds, and we come from different countries, and we have different how do I put it? Well,
Perspective.
Yeah. And so when you look at the different projects from the Young Ocean Advocates, you see that they're all different in terms of what they're focusing on. And you have some that are focused on food only, some are focused on pollution, and some focused on ocean literacy. And depending on their backgrounds, you can see the different topics that way. So I think that's really interesting to see that. But in terms of numbers, we do have lots more people on climate and healthy ocean than on food for the ocean, for example. Food for the ocean, I think we're less than 10 projects but when we look at climate and healthy ocean, which is more pollution oriented for a lot of them, that would be almost like 30 or something so projects.
Yeah, I think that's also a nice link to, if we remember yesterday, we had Andries from Bonus Banus, who said, you know, you should try and go for the higher hanging fruit, which I wholly agree with, because I think, you know, probably this explains why there are more members of this working group on healthy and clean oceans, because it's somehow more engaging. I think if you think about marine litter, or even, you know, direct climate change and the role of the ocean, perhaps food from the ocean, it doesn't speak to people in the same way. But I think at least in Sweden, there is a project called there was a Scary Seafoods project. So to promote, you know, the under-eaten fish. So it's starting to happen.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, shall we do another little intervention? Then I would like to give, oh, sorry, Ida.
I was just saying one thing for that, the food thingy, because I was thinking, like, I think it's like it's engaging. I mean, everybody loves food in a way, but I think it's a lot about that people don't know how to approach them, because it's still like you kind of need some other still person who kind of knows more about it, or like what you can actually, like, what does it mean exactly? Like, is it about the fish or seafood? Like, I think it's really needs some expert who knows about it more to get more engaged, to be actually sure, like, what is sustainable. And this, I think, is like lacking of knowledge. I have a feeling a bit. And I mean, personally, I would love to get to know more. We're already talking with Patricia that we would love to make a project someday about that. But it's just like, really, it needs some person who actually can tell more about it. I think it's a lot about that.
Super. Ivona and then Timon?
Yeah, just a quick remark also about food from the ocean. I think there is a student group in the framework of the European Aquaculture Society, who are dedicated to projects about food from the ocean. research, but also entrepreneurship. But I think it's, I agree with you, Ida, because I think it's difficult to convey a unique information to all across Europe, because in our program that we have at Nausicaa about sustainable seafood consumption, we have realized that, you know, what is sustainable in one sea basin is not necessarily the species that are sustainable in one sea basin, they are not necessarily in the other one. So it's really difficult to convey, to help people choose the right fish. And at the same time, there are so many things at stakes. Like, for example, at Nausicaa once we, you know, Nausicaa is located at in the fishing port, in one of the biggest fishing harbors in Boulogne-sur-Mer, and we could see that whenever there are new regulations that are issued by the European Commission, many fishermen go on strike, and they actually put the trawlers or boats, and they block the entrance to the port, and even they can even be even more daring and that. So and the same case may happen to all other businesses that are related to food from the ocean, like restaurants, wholesalers, because their business is based on this, and when they are told this you mustn't sell, they won't like it. Mustn't sell this fish because this is no one likes it. So it's a very tricky, you know.
It's sensitive. Yeah, it's very sensitive.
Yeah.
Timon, perhaps you can also start your intervention after your comment.
Okay, so just a comment very briefly with the intervention. I fully agree with Ida. This is a very important issue. I also agree that it should be dedicated to particular reservoirs, water reservoirs, seas, whatever, because the issues are completely different. What we do with that is cooperate with, I have on the team an expert on seafood, Tomasz, who is in very close contact with MSC, with WWF and other organizations. So there are lots of myths about wrong food, seafood, bad food, and so forth and so forth. So it's a very important issue. But the bigger problem in Poland is that fish are incredibly expensive. They're 3 to 4 times more expensive than meat. I mean, like pork or beef. So it's very easy to live with the myth of, you know, it's fish are bad, because then it's sort of like, okay, I don't have to buy such expensive stuff because it's bad anyway. Yeah. So there are a lot of challenges, and I think that would be a very interesting challenge for the next year, for example, just to fight the myths and discuss the issues that, like, fish is still good unless you eat, I don't know, half a ton a day, then the mercury will not kill you. But this is really important. Just very briefly, because we have very little time, I'll share my screen and show you this initiative, because I was asked yesterday on very short notice, where it's an initiative that has been launched by a combination of organizations. IOPAN, my institute, we cooperate with Isabella, who gave a talk in session 1. So we exchange. Sometimes we lead, sometimes she leads. This is the one that she's leading, and we had a nice summer school or spring school towards an ocean-friendly citizenship. And we gathered members of the EU4Ocean. That's today we have that was leading it. IOPAN, my institute, Mare Nostrum from Romania, and Banos CSA. That's an organization that used to be Bonus in the Baltic. and also Submariner was with us. So once again, the sustainable development, and as I said, all the talks were dedicated to the issues. On the 12th, we had sustainability actions in the ocean decade. So we did not specifically talk about biodiversity or something like that, because that may be discouraging for many people. But sustainability, the Baltic and the Black Sea perspective, citizen science, very important issue. That's also one of the challenges for the ocean decade, to get more citizens involved in the science, because scientists themselves are not able to do the whole work. So citizen science is a very important issue. Then we had the ocean literacy as one of the challenges, but also perspectives. The next one was exactly towards sustainable choices, fisheries and marine biodiversity. But as you noticed, this is the first one, towards sustainable choices. So we do not specify that we're going to talk about biodiversity, because this may attract only biologists, for example, but this is a very important issue. But sustainable choices are part of the biodiversity problem, of course, yeah. And then we finish it with a live discussion panel, and we had the good practices in ocean literacy and citizen science, how to become sustainable, and so forth. So this is how we completed the school. We had over 25,000 views already. And we are going to repeat it. So the young ambassadors, I think that would be a very interesting idea to give you one day, for example, next year. We will most likely do it over the European Maritime Days again. Who knows? Perhaps it will be a hybrid, maybe just online again. But I think it would be very interesting to have the young ambassadors' perspective on certain issues. So just get in touch. We have still time. Tomasz is the one that is an expert on fish and marine food. So please be in touch with us. We'll be very happy to get you on board. And we have time to prepare it, but at the same time, we should probably already think about it. Yeah. So that would be my very short presentation.
Super. Thanks very much, Timon. And to build on what you said, I think it's crucial that we really get in touch and stay in touch, on LinkedIn, and subscribe to newsletters. And we are, I think, all on Twitter. So yeah, we have 5 minutes or 6 minutes left. I would like to ask Guillaume to say a few words, and then Eftalia, and let's see if we can magically make it in 6 minutes.
Okay, I will try to make it short. So let me share my screen quickly. So do you see my screen? Yeah. Good. So before starting, I will talk about the implication of the EU4Ocean Forum at the COP Climate 26, which will happen in November in Glasgow. So this is the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Some facts before on why the ocean is important on the question of the climate change. 90% of the excess of heat have been absorbed by the ocean since the 19th. So this have a huge impact on the ecosystem. For instance, on acidification, desoxynation. So this is the climate change have a huge impact on the biodiversity of the ocean. So this is why the EU4Ocean Forum and other NGOs are interested to act at the COP26, because 50% of the ocean is in the area beyond national jurisdiction. So 50% of the planet, which are VICs, are not represented at the COP by any country. So this is why it is important for NGOs to represent the voice of the ocean. So in this, for the COP, we have 4 activities that we would like to implement. So an Ocean Action Day, which is a conference that will take place in the blue zone, which is the accredited zone, where negotiators are only accepted. So this conference will aim to highlight the main challenges of the oceans and the ocean-based solutions, and to ensure that the negotiators take into account the specificities of the oceans. So a lot of partners are involved in this question, and the EU4Ocean Forum will be represented by Jack Lagouric, one of its founding members, who will make a keynote speech to encourage the actors to have results on the question of climate change and the ocean. So our second action, it is a virtual exhibit. So due to the COVID, the exhibit that will usually take place around the negotiation facility is taking place online right now. So so we are planning to do an interactive exhibit where people will have access on the virtual exhibit. The negotiators will be able to exchange the ideas on ocean and climate questions with citizens all over the world. And so the youth will, from the forum, will have to make the voice of the youth heard about the climate and climate change and ocean questions.
Great, Guillaume. Do you think we could give these last 2 minutes to Athalia and then we send the presentations to all of the participants? I'm very sorry.
Yes, don't worry. I will stop my presentation and I will share my presentation in the chat, and maybe by mail. Don't hesitate to contact me. I will leave my email address in the chat.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Lisa, and I'm sorry for the intervention. I will be fast. I think that, Lisa, you made a very nice presentation, introduction of submarines, so I will go back around that. And Ivona, you seem to know already a lot about the blue generation. However, for those that you do not know, I will say a few things more. Here, I will skip all these that we are working with. And go straight to the accelerator. So we have a nice network the last 4 years where actually entrepreneurs and people that have a bright idea for a business, they can actually come to our network. They can benefit from more than 60 mentors pool we have within the blue economy. And I'm talking about technical advice, scientific advice, business advice, legal advice, and marketing and communication. Yeah, and so if you are interested to hear more, that will be there's no
sorry,
price.
Athalia, I just heard that we are going until 12:10.
Okay.
So that gives you a little bit more time, and then perhaps we can also let Guillaume finish his presentation. We have a little bit more room to breathe.
I'm sorry, I'll use this moment. I will have to leave like 10:10 the latest, so probably I won't join the meeting back, the big meeting. I'm sorry about that.
No worries. Thanks, Timon.
Sure.
Yeah, so for those of you that are interested or have friends that are interested, there is this network in the Baltics, but we don't have only cases from the Baltics. We are having cases, for example, that they're working with marine litter, working with food production, cosmetics, that they're producing technologies for bioeconomy, like photobioreactors and stuff like that, but also product developments. So we have a vast variety of expertise here, and I take it ad hoc as it comes. So we have a process, application process, and I will put our link also so you can read more about us. One of our mentors, actually, they're having an accelerator, sorry, they have a hackathon in September, which I will place to the website, Lisa. It is in German. I have copied the link from the website, but this is in English, but the hackathon is in German. They're still looking for people that would like to participate as cases or crew or mentors. So if you are keen in German, then you're very welcome. The themes are in energy, in ammunition, and it's food and so on. And it is in Kiel, so it's going to be a physical and online event. Yeah, looking at the Baltic Sea again. The Blue Generation, which is Ivona, you mentioned it also. It's about and informing youth about the opportunities of blue economy. It's looking at the bioeconomy, aquaculture, and blue biotechnology. We are actually experts, partners in the marine biotech, but also we help with aquaculture. But otherwise, the others is fisheries, it's also marine transport, coastal tourism, ocean energy like wind, offshore wind, and also shipbuilding and yeah. So it is connecting actually people and partners, is connecting youth and youth organizations from 15 to 29 years old with expert partners that know that are very close to the industry needs. So they're trying to match and they have activities. We have activities on informing people about what are the opportunities, future opportunities in blue economy. So we have a vision for contacting 39,000 needs, as we call it. So it is people not in education, training, or employment. Engage with them with individual mentoring. And this is also for the trainers, so the youth organizations, so one-to-one sessions, develop materials so how the youth organization representatives can direct the youth to the opportunities available for them also in other countries. So it is, I forgot to mention, it's Portugal, Greece, Bulgaria, and Spain, and Poland. And with expert partners are also in other countries outside this. So they're connecting the industry and the youth from different countries. And also the last one is facilitating employment or training. So we are making matchmaking opportunities. So there is career opportunities to match. Looking at investors, innovative sectors. I will skip that, but what is important is to go into what the youth needs right now for connecting, and we are developing mentoring tools, study visits, and also online tools for connecting. There is a lot of events that have happened in the last 3 years. 2 years. The event is until 2023. So there is a lot more events. There are thematic topics. We have also online events specific about, it could be per country, it could be per theme, and it could be also cross-cutting issues like women in employment and things like that. And what we have a MOOC platform for training the trainers, where informing about what are the sectors opportunities and what is the expectations that can be raised from each of these marine sectors that I mentioned. And this is available for free, of course. There is a Blue Generation career guide for those that are interested. This is online and also a PDF with a lot of links about the career opportunities and also examples of people that are doing it. So we can have actually a good exchange. And there is a job platform that's actually active, which we try to feed with job opportunities throughout Europe in all these sectors. And the last bit is very important, is for developing a blueprint of what the Blue Generation did, and then try to expand and extend it to other projects that would be interested to do the same. So it is a blueprint of the whole effort. And this is a work in progress. Otherwise, the other outputs are already available for you all. And that's it for me. It was long, but thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'll be around. And also Lisa will be around so we can connect again.
Super. Thank you very much, Eftali. I think people will be, pretty happy to hear that there are, a lot of jobs for the ocean around there already, and that there's a specific project focusing on that. It just reminds me, we also made a webpage on the Submariner Network, which I'm putting into the chat now. It's called Career and Youth Opportunities, I think. And here, it's not super updated, but at least it really lists all the big job platforms. So we have Josh's Water Jobs, a lot of different academic, but also company opportunities. I think we had said that we would give a few 2 minutes to Guillaume if there's something that you wanted to mention in your presentation before I had to cut you short.
Yeah, just 2 seconds, 2 minutes to talk about the two remaining actions. So the third action that we are planning to do with the youth is for them to make a contribution to the roadmap and ocean and climate action ROCA report. So this is a report that is submitted to the negotiations teams to advance the ocean agenda in the negotiations. So a lot of partners are also implied, and the youth will particularly work on the youth empowerment section of the report. So to encourage the negotiators and to work on these questions and to promote existing good practices. And the fourth action is to participate to the virtual ocean pavilion. So this is a virtual exhibit that will gather all the actors who work on ocean and climate issues. And we are still working on it. And so the youth will be able to promote their own projects on ocean and climate. And of course, we are also accrediting some of the members of the EU4Ocean Forum so they can directly participate as an observers to the negotiations, so that in the future they have a better understanding on how the COP is working, and so they will be able to make better advocacy on ocean and climate and have a more impactful role in these negotiations. That's all for me.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Guillaume. I will put, I'm not totally sure, either I put the link in now back to the main room, or we are automatically launched back. I hope that most of you can join still. I know that Timon can't. A huge thank you from my side. I think we managed to really have good discussions together, as well as some very nice presentations. So thank you, everyone. I will put the link in the chat now for the main room.
Thank you very much. So I'll disappear. Unfortunately, I have another meeting. I didn't count for such extended meeting today. So see you at 3 o'clock again.
Okay. Yes. Great teachers training. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. It was super interesting for everything.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.